the den, and like we talked about yesterday, he is experiencing all of God's blessings because of his faithfulness. He's experiencing the blessing of life, the blessing of not just being honored privately inside of the den, but now he's being honored publicly outside of the den. What I love about this part of Daniel's story is that God is glorified through him. Daniel knew that his prayer was like a sacrifice, and that sacrifice rose up to the heavens. And the moment that God received that prayer, it was almost like a pleasing aroma, a pleasing scent to him, that it provoked him to pour out his spirit in the form of fire. Now don't worry, it's not a literal fire, it's a figurative fire, and it's an all-consuming fire, meaning that it consumes everything that isn't of him, everything that doesn't please him, and that isn't good for you. This all-consuming fire consumes fear, hatred, frustration, pride, anger, anxiety, depression, you name it. If it isn't of him, his fire will consume it. But what happens after this fire consumes everything? This is my favorite part. His glory is all that is left. The weight of his presence on us and everyone around us. It's so powerful that it leads us to fall into a posture of worship in our hearts and sometimes even physically. But what Daniel did in this part of the story was so impactful that the king told everyone, bow down in reverence to Daniel's God, because he is evidence that this God is real, that he exists and he is faithful. I pray over your life that you may just be like Daniel today and for the rest of your days, that your life may be like a living testimony of a real, true God, and that it may lead others to glorify him. But always remember, it starts with a sacrifice of prayer.